There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous...
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning.
Good morning to you on this Friday, August 23rd. Good to have you in company with us. Later start today, so our apologies, but thank you so much for staying with us for today's start. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. That means we get a little break for the weekend, right? Except if you work on weekends. There goes the weekend, but I'm sure there's somebody who's viewing who is going to have a fantastic break this weekend. And that's always important, to be able to rest and move forward. I'm Tisha Hines, and we are going to have a great time today. So we wanted to get started by telling you all about the Frank Cullimore Literary Awards. And to tell us more about that, we have Yvonne Weeks, who's chairperson of the Frank Cullimore Literary Awards Endowment Awards. Good morning, Yvonne. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful to have you here. Aisha Gibson Gill, creative producer, actor, cultural consultant, writer, director, etc., also joins us this morning. Wonderful to see you again, and as always, Aisha.
Thank you, Morning.
All right, so we have some surprises, but that's a little bit later.
Oh.
But welcome. Is great to hear that is that time again where you are accepting entries.
That's correct.
All right, so talk to me about the award itself.
So the awards, writers can send a manuscript of poetry, a play, a collection of short stories, a novel, a memoir, a graphic novel. And we've also included, this is our second year, a spoken word competition. They're not competing against each other, two separate competitions. So we have the writing competition and then we have the spoken word. And we're hoping that everybody will get their manuscripts finished, get their critical group of readers to read and critique their work, get their editors involved so that they can meet the deadline of September the 30th.
All right, Aisha, tell me about how you came to be involved with the awards.
Well, it's 10 now, right? It's a committee of usually between about 8 and 10 people. And in my previous dispensation as a cultural officer for literary arts, that was a standing position that officer had. So when I was no longer in that position, I kind of wrote and I was like, well, you know, I'm no longer qualified in this thing. Bye. And the then chairman, Andy Tate, was like, listen to me, woman. You can't go anywhere. So because the committee is made up of people from different areas of the literary community, yes, as well as I'm also a member of the theater community. So I judge on that aspect, and I was coordinating other literary competitions, so you know I came at it from multiple aspects. So I'm a member of the committee who judges, and I also sit on the some of the subcommittees when it comes to publicizing or the developmental aspects, because yes, we give an award, but we're active throughout the year as well, because the real point of the endowment is yes to give money, always yes to give money through the award, but to develop literature in Barbados and develop the writers. So we're always trying to find ways where we can fill in the gaps and give them support.
With a view to what you've done in the past, through that involvement and what you're able to do now with the award, what are some of the major ways that you've seen the award kind of change people's lives?
Oh, goodness.
Well,
well,
yeah, my life has completely changed.
Yvonne, yes, because Yvonne is a former winner. Many members on the committee are past winners. Our former chair, Miss Esther Phillips, became first poet laureate of Barbados. She was a winner of the Literary Endowment Award. Dr. Karen Lord actually submitted 2 of her manuscripts that went on to be published internationally. So the original manuscript for Redemption in Indigo, which then got picked up by Small Bear Press eventually, and has just been reissued by Penguin Random House. And then the next year, she was one of the few people to win it, like 2 years subsequently. She entered then the manuscript for The Best of All Possible Worlds, which went on to be the first in her international selling trilogy. Those are some of the people that you see. Dr. Margaret Gill, the very first winner, she actually published her winning manuscript in about 2021, 2022. It took a while, but so they're going on to publish, but it is also the confidence and it's not a pat on the back. It's kind of like, you know, you have something good. And then this committee has awarded you, so there's the confidence to submit to agents, there's the confidence to submit to publicists, there's people looking at it going, this needs more editing, but it's definitely there.
And then there's the ability to empower them to be able to do that through the money.
Through the money, and that's why
as well.
I love developmental, but I always say give people money, right? Money.
Absolutely. And you were about to say, Yvonne, how it has influenced your life.
Well, yes, because I won in 2004, and I was very lucky that the then literary arts officer, Katie Gash, called me and said, We have Jeremy Pointing from People Tree Press in the UK who's visiting, and he would be interested in your manuscript. So I had not intended for it to be published. To be honest, I wrote it literally as my journal, memorial, everything to do with the Montserrat volcano. And that's one of the reasons I moved from Montserrat to Barbados. So I'd had the manuscript sitting in my cupboard forever, and the wonderful, amazing late Kamal Brathwaite said to me, no, submit it. So then I submitted it, and since then, I mean, it's given me the confidence to do so much. So when Jeremy Pointing read it, I was like, oh, but my son hasn't read it, and he's in it, and it's a memoir. And once my son said he was comfortable, then it got published. And then more recently, it's been published in Spanish. And Spanish Publishing House, the translator is based in Ohio, approached People Tree Press and myself, and that book launch is going to be next month.
Congratulations on that.
Next month, yes.
Wonderful. Let's talk about how you get to the point where you enter. We've heard about all of these people who have stayed as a part of it. Mm-hmm. So it shows that it's a program that you really can't shake it off.
No.
Once you're a part of it, it seems you're a part of it for life.
Yes.
So let's talk about all the ways that you can get on board.
In terms of the committee, or in terms of the entries. So basically, before COVID, you used to have to print
and bring four
physical manuscripts. And my book is 100 and something pages, so it was a lot. But now you can just go on the website. You just go to the Frank Collymore Hall. The guidelines are there for both the written component as well as the spoken word component. Mm-hmm. You upload your manuscript.
Yes.
And you upload it before midnight, September the 30th. And once you've uploaded it, we then, as a committee, a smaller committee, reads all of them. I think last year we had 70.
Yeah, 72 or
72.
So. Yeah.
72.
Yeah, some years we have over 100.
Some years we have more.
The average is about 50.
And so the committee you read all of them.
A subsection.
A subsection reads everything.
Brings it down to like a long list. And I'm glad that you picked up on that, because please, when you go onto the Frank Collymore Hall website, you're going to see the Frank Collymore Literary Endowment Awards, and there's guidelines. I'm begging you, please read the guidelines, because one of the reasons why we can go from 70 down to 50 something that then everybody reads is because people will send in a 3-page poem. That's not this competition, that's another one. This is for manuscripts, this is for a lifetime of work. So if you're a poet and you're pulling together a collection, don't just grab everything that you have. There has to be a through line or a theme, and it has to be a collection that can make a book. If you are a short story writer, 3 short stories does not have a full manuscript make. So sometimes that's all it is. And we do judge them anonymously. So all of the guidelines are going to be there. When they come to the committee to read, it's not a matter of, oh, there's Tisha and she had on pink, and pink is not my favorite color, so I'm reading it, but I don't know. I'm just looking at the work.
Yeah.
So it's all there. It's now all online. You upload your manuscript, and please, that's why we open the end of July.
Yes, it's already open, so you can upload now.
You can upload now, but the reason it's open so early is we want people to be talking to their critical reading circle, get the work edited, really put your absolute best foot forward. I mean, top price can be 10,000 Barbados dollars.
Yes.
You know, it's not chicken cheese.
And the critical readers, they are important. I mean, I had a really good team of people just read and say, oh, I don't like this, or that you need to rewrite your final chapter. I mean, recently I finished a manuscript and I sent it to my mentor, and he said, but there are only 40 poems here, Yvonne. And I was like, what do you want? He said, I want 50. So I went back. And you know, it's so amazing. The last 10 poems were actually my best work, because I could see the arc of the story. Very often what happens is that people do just put things together and it doesn't tell a story. And so we want people to take the writing seriously. And even if you don't win an award, last year for the first time, or was it this year? This year for the first time, we had a developmental award. So we had 5 manuscripts that we had as our shortlist, and 2 did not make it. And we said, but let's encourage those writers by providing them with an editorial support in terms of their content, their structure, their form, their technique, all of that stuff. And we were able to give a company, Arts Etc., the monies to work with those two writers and say, these are writers, if they had more time, if they had more attention with somebody, with another eye or other eyes, then their work would be much better. And we're very, very thankful to the governor of the central bank for supporting that initiative, because all of the monies for this competition comes from the Central Bank of Barbados.
All right, I know you have a very strong team. Certainly reading all these manuscripts scripts called for a lot of commitment and long work behind the scenes. Talk to me more, Aisha, about the team behind the scenes.
So our chair is Dr. Weeks. We also have DeCarla Applewhite, who again was a former literary arts officer and is an arts manager and entrepreneur marketing. There is he's going to be a doctor now, Dr. Sam Sawyer, who has taught English to people in university, people at high schools. We also have
there we are.
Well, there we are. Great. So there's Sam Sawyer, there's Dana next to Sam, and Dana actually was a second place winner, and then she won with her Anatomy of a Scream. Lovely Cara Price, who is the current literary arts officer at the National Cultural Foundation. And I mentioned Yvonne and DeCarla. Then there is Dr. Nicola Hunt, who is just a genius. She is a lecturer at the university in literatures in English and creative writing. LaFleur Colburn Jackman, who used to be our secretary, but she herself is a writer and an editor, resident in Barbados, but of St. Vincent, runs a creative writing collective of Vincentian writers as well. And you know Andre here, with the tallest man in the photo. Andre is a writer, he's an editor, he's a NIFCA judge, he's a creative person, and he's one of our recent, we needed to bring in new blood.
Yes.
And he's also my roommate.
He is.
Here at CBC.
At CBC.
You know, he's on Q 100.7 FM, and he produces here at CBC.
And he's also a pop culture person, so that is the thing. When people think it's a whole bunch of old fuddy-duddies who want, you know, Shakespearean stentorian tones. No, we're absolutely diverse, and that's why graphic novels, people didn't know you could enter graphic novels.
Yes.
You can enter graphic novels, and we're interested in, because we've had manuscripts that went anywhere from the wildly comedic to very contemporary. We've had mysteries, we've had fantasy. It's just good writing we're looking for. It isn't a particular style or genre. And then the lovely Terry with the pink hair is our latest secretary.
Our new
she
secretary.
herself is a writer. So you have people who love the craft, who love to read as well as to write. So you're not just looking at it from only academic or only as a consumer. We're quite well-rounded.
All right, good stuff. Now, good stuff. The prizes.
The prizes for each
prizes.
competition,
We've already heard that the central bank will be funding to some extent. So let's talk prizes.
So the top prize for the writers is 10,000 for the first prize, 7,500 for the second prize, and 5,000 for the third prize.
With some variations.
With some variations.
Yes.
We have to make sure that actually, there have been a few years where we felt
where there's no first prize.
There's no first prize.
And then there's some years that there are 5 or 6 people, and you have joint seconds and joint thirds, so then the money is split that way. But the top prize that you can get is $10,000.
Yes.
That is beautiful. I want to thank both of you ladies for coming in and sharing with us, talking about this award. This most certainly can't be the last time that we talk about it.
Absolutely.
Because we have through to September to encourage people. And I'm thinking maybe I'll get the courage to submit my work.
Yes, please do. You go to Frank Cullimore, FCH. I think it's .org. Check Frank Cullimore Hall. Just Google Frank Cullimore Hall.
Once you go to Frank Cullimore
Hall, and when you go to that, you'll see
information.
the Frank Cullimore Literary Endowment, FCLE, and it has the history of it. Because the reason that it's the legacy of Frank Cullimore is, of course, he was the editor of BIM. Camo was in BIM. The late Jeanette Lane Clark was in BIM. Caribbean writers had a publication platform.
BIM magazine.
BIM
she's
magazine.
talking about.
Yep, the BIM magazine.
Yes.
And that's the legacy that we're pushing for. We have to give people the space for their voices, written voices, and now the spoken word competition to be heard and to be seen, because writers need readers. Spoken word artists need a platform, and then from there and the prestige of the award, they go on to publication careers and to performance careers.
Absolutely. And speaking of performance careers, you've been performing for quite some time yourself, Aisha.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah? Well, we did a little digging when we heard you were going to be here.
Oh,
that's a part of the surprises that we talked about. There you go.
Oh, dear.
How old were you then?
I was 9 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And what were you performing, Aisha?
I was performing, I believe it's called The Victim, because, and this is a whole family thing. My mother made the dress. My mother's student, Wayne Worrell, made the prop, the television. My father wrote the poem, and we're on television, but it's actually an anti-television rant. So where people are now with iPads and screens, you know, that the children are addicted to them, that was his whole thing back in the...
That children were
in the late 1900s.
Wait a minute. That children were addicted to CBC TV8?
Yes.
Bring it back.
At
that time.
Yeah, that's what that was about. That was NIFCA.
Wow. How do you feel looking at that compared to, I mean, where you are still in the arts? It's something that obviously has been with you forever.
Yeah. Have you ever been like, I guess I can't beat it, because, you know, sometimes I wish I was an accountant.
No, you don't.
You
I had a
understand what I mean.
conversation with I had a conversation with our accountant just yesterday. Good morning, Lucy. And she was saying, sometimes I wish I was doing something else. This is so mundane. So I guess sometimes when you're in one particular area, it kind of always looks like the grass might be greener somewhere else. But this really is love.
I can't get away from it.
Yeah. Speaking of can't get away from it, hey, Yvonne.
Hey.
Surprise.
I'm just looking at Jewels.
Do we have you at
Look
9
at this. Look at this.
No, you don't have me at 9. I mean, look at me.
Oh, so 19. We have you at 19.
Oh my gosh.
Yvonne, when is this?
Oh my gosh. But you know what? From there to becoming a writer, right? So my personal experience of the volcanic eruption is what really caused me to be a writer. I can never thank Kamal Brathwaite enough, because he took me to lunch and said, "Are you writing?" And I said, "No." And he said, "You need to write about this." And it's because of him. That's why a lot of young writers, they do need to like have mentors. I mean, even now at this stage of my career, I have a mentor. And then I did Nomad after that. And Kamal was like, "Yvonne, this is the love and lover of Volcano." So I never thought I would have ever become a poet either. And it's because of the Frank Collymore Award and Kamal Brathwaite, who was also a winner, multiple times, that I'm in this position now. And I'm very happy and grateful to have an amazing committee.
I am. I vaguely remember that as a little girl, the eruption in Montserrat, but I would imagine that it changed your life in ways that you cannot imagine, but here you are.
Right here,
and you can read the book and find out.
Still in culture. I read the book.
Yeah. And I've read Nomad, and there's just it's just things. It engages you on a very emotional level, as well as the craft. But you see a person there, you know.
Yeah. All right, so we want people to enter.
We want people to enter.
And it's not just a one-off thing. I love, like I said, that it carries on.
Yes. This is the 27th.
This will be next year with the 27th award ceremony.
Right. So what happens? We'll be judging this year the 2024 competition, but the prizes for the 2024 competition happen in 2025 in January, February, in the beginning of the year.
All right.
So that's what happens.
And everybody can come to that award ceremony and be inspired, because the writers who win the awards, they do read extracts from their work at the award ceremony.
All right, tell you what, the only thing left for you to do is do it.
Absolutely.
Submit your works.
Yes.
And if you have to finish it, you still have a little time that you might be able to, but get online, read all you need to on the website so that you're within the parameters that they're asking for, and enter that work. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You might end up being a winner.
Exactly.
Notable mention. or it might give you the empowerment that you need to move a little further with your work.
And ironically, I won the first time I entered. I had never entered before, and I was in shock. I remember saying, "Oh my God, I've actually won." It was a really wonderful feeling.
All right, good stuff. I want to thank both of you ladies for coming in and sharing with us. And just know that we have receipts for every Bajan.
I realize this.
As long as you were ever in the news,
oh my gosh,
I can find you in the CBC archives. I have to say, in Andre's voice, in the archives. So now you might have an idea of what happened here.
Oh my gosh. Even in Montserrat, I'm like, oh my gosh.
There you are.
Yeah.
Thank you,
All right,
Tisha.
so the Frank Collymore Literary Awards, they're upon us. It's time for you to get online and make your submissions. Thanks, Aisha. Thanks, Yvonne. Have a great day today and a good weekend.
Thank you.
All right, so you know that my voice is going somewhere. I don't know, St. Lucie, St. George, somewhere, but we're going to try to hold it together. Stay with us. It's heading up to the 7 o'clock hour, but we have lots more coming up. What time is it? 5 to 7. All right, so we have lots more coming up, though, so stay here.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, we're heading up to the 7 o'clock hour. I have to say a special good morning to everybody at the Ministry of Labor, Social Security, and Third Sector. I don't think I've had the opportunity to speak with anybody from that ministry, the exception of the minister, since I've been here at Morning Barbados. So help me welcome Maureen Bowen, who is Program Officer with the ministry, and Deontay Collymore, who is Program Assistant. Good morning, to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Wonderful to have you here to talk about this program in particular. It's called the Job Start Plus program. And I'm always excited to talk about new and exciting opportunities specifically for young people.
It's true. Yes. The program commenced in December 2029, but obviously with COVID.
2029?
Yeah, so way back.
2029?
2019, sorry.
2019. Am I in a warped universe? What's going on here?
2019. I'm thinking ahead, speaking ahead, yes, 2019. So it's been around for a while, but obviously it was impacted by COVID. But now we find that we're getting good responses, not only from the applicants, but from our partners themselves. So the main purpose of the program is really to provide employment opportunities for young persons, especially those who are transitioning from the school environment into the working place. And you know, in most instances, they have minimal work experience or none at all. So that's the whole aim of the program, to assist them, usher them more or less into the working environment.
Deontay, tell us a little bit about the program itself.
Well, the program is set to start in November. The cohort that we have is cohort 23 that is coming up. It's a 2-week program, and in those 2 weeks we cover a variety of topics. There is time management, my personal favorite, there is resume writing, there is also a course dealing with sexuality in the workplace. So we cover a variety of topics within that time period.
All right, in addition to doing that, I want to talk about whom you target, so people between the ages of 16 and 24.
16 to 24, yes. And as we said earlier, those looking for that first-time work experience, you should be available to undertake the training, as Deontay said, over a 2-week period. And because we want persons then who would be ready for the working environment. So it's not really for persons who are doing full-time studies, but persons, because like right now, persons may be at a crossroads, having received their CXC results, not sure where to go, or you may not be able, honestly, to go to school full-time. So this program provides you the opportunity, get you ready for the working environment, and then place you with employers. It can be a 3-month period, a 6-month period, up to a year. We go up to a year.
Well, that is wonderful news.
Yes.
Talk to me about the partners who are a part of it, because it's important to have partners on board, I would imagine, to make this happen, if you're going to be placing those people who are part of the program at the end of this 2-week period.
You want to take that? Okay. Deontay, I should say, for the record, he is a successful job starter. He would have gone through the program, and he's recently joined the unit. So later on, maybe he could share his personal perspective. But in terms of the employers, we work with a variety in various sectors: retail and wholesale, manufacturing, financial services. We also did a special program with tourism as well, because there are a lot of young persons who have an interest in working with tourism. So we develop really good working relationships with our partners. They're in it with us, and it requires a lot of mentorship and supervision more or less, working with the young persons to bring them up to a certain mark within the working environment.
How many people have you been able to place throughout the years?
We've trained about 450 persons over the time. We've placed about half of them. The beauty of the program, however, is for us to equip you with the skills so that you can go there and find a job outside of us. And we've had many successful stories, because some of the areas Deontay probably didn't mention, we do resume writing, we do mock interviews, interview techniques. So it's life skills, core skills, soft skills, whatever you want to call them. Persons then are able to go there outside of us and also find employment.
Insert Deontay here. That's a good time for you to share with us, you know, what motivated you initially to be a part of the program?
Well, I consider myself a very productive person. So for me, when I left UE, it was very difficult to find work. I was home for about 3 months. I was just scrolling through Instagram and I came across a poster for the Job Start Plus program. And they said, well, I'm not doing anything at home. Let me just apply to this program, get some experience, and so said, so done. For me, it was, as I said, it was difficult finding work. I wanted to be a productive member of society, so the Job Start Plus program provided that outlet for me to become a productive member.
What was the training like?
The training, I would say, was good. It was excellent. For me, the most important thing, again, from the program was probably the networking aspect, being able to rub shoulders with like-minded individuals, such as myself, to gain that, I would say, that understanding of what the working world is like. The resume writing was also very instrumental in my development. I would say, for me, my resume was not the best coming into the program. So to be able to develop my resume, insert my volunteer experience, insert my experience in the working world, and then be able to present myself to a potential employer, that was very instrumental.
And how has all of that poured into who we're sitting looking at this morning?
I would say a great deal. As I said before, my resume was not the best, so being able to present myself better to the working world was very instrumental. I would say it was helpful in the person that you were seeing here. No.
All right, was the tourism, the Job Start Tourism, an offshoot of this initial program as well?
Yes, it was. It was a partnership with BHDA. We did it for the first time in 2023, and we can say that was very successful because we had about 95 persons who would have gone through the program, and we were able to place 74. So all things being equal, we are looking to work with them again this year to roll out that program. And any other sector that's interested in working with us, we can tailor make a program to suit you, because we are always keeping in mind the overall aim and objective to expose more young persons to the world of work. That's always a complaint from young persons. Nobody's giving them the opportunity. You know, they see many jobs advertised and they're saying, hey, you want a number of years experience, but how do you get those years if you don't get the chance? So today is really an appeal not only to the young persons but to employers to come on and embrace the program, continue to support us so that we can provide these good opportunities to the young ones.
Now, from where you sit as a part of the ministry, usually you're the place where you kind of effect change with policy, you know, in terms of what's happening at a kind of macro level, a strategic level for generally the work market. So what do you think is the long-term goal of the ministry in getting involved, kind of rolling up your sleeves and being a part of the jobs market in this specific way?
Well, I would say ultimately the long-term goal is to reduce the level of youth unemployment. That's ultimately the long-term goal. And for, as Deontay said earlier, for young people to feel a part of the process like productive citizens. You know, Deontay doesn't want to speak highly of himself, but I can tell you, he might have had some of these things before, but coming to the program and working with us, things like punctuality, respect, you know, for each other in the workplace, working in a team. He's at work before us most mornings, you know, so those are things that he might have had some of it there before, but it shines for him within the working environment. So long term, I would say for us to overall have productive citizens who can give back to the country.
That's truly commendable. So your advice for anyone who might be doom scrolling on Instagram or just looking on, watching, whether it's on YouTube or here on TV8, as to why they should make a move?
My advice would be to take every opportunity that is presented to you. Don't say no too often. I find that young persons such as myself might shy away from certain jobs. Use every job that you get as an opportunity to move forward. No job is too small, just see it as an opportunity to develop your skills.
And I see that you guys brought along a booklet.
Yes.
Is that, yeah. I'm always looking.
It's part of the training material.
In the spirit of the Bajan me, and only in this spirit, I am malicious. Come on, I want to see it. Plus, I work in the media. I'm supposed to be inquisitive.
Yes.
So this is, just the guidelines.
Yes, for employers.
Yes, for Job Start. And you mentioned partnerships here. I think it's important to maybe give that, a little platform on its own. First, to talk a little bit more about how companies can get on board. So offering partnership in what ways, would you say?
Okay, because when the persons then are placed with the employers are responsible for the payment of the stipend to them. It's a minimum of $150 a week, but in current times now, most employers do pay more, to be honest with you. So as I said, over the years, we have really, really good working relationships with our employers. So we don't just place the young persons and leave them and don't look back. It's part of our monitoring and evaluation. We are in constant contact with our employers. If there are any issues, we can work with you to resolve them, because we know that you're going to need interventions from time to time. So we have really, really good relationships with our employers. Anyone who's looking to get on board, they can call the ministry. We have a small team, but we reach out to you. We can either do it via Zoom using the technology, or we can come and pay you a visit, right? But it's really a good and wholesome program for the young persons to benefit from. So if you're interested, you can call us at 535-1400, and they will put you through to the unit, and we are always willing and ready to get more employers involved in the program.
That's beautiful. And I know there are lots of employers out there who can accommodate programs like this, pardon me, to be able to help young people. Training includes, you mentioned some of it, effective communication, teamwork, conflict resolution, anger management, appropriate standards of behavior, sexuality in the workplace, industrial relations, occupational health and safety, introduction to career planning, goal setting and planning, resume, writing, interview techniques, mock interviews. And this is all very important. For a lot of us, we learn these things on the job, some of them the hard way.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's really, really wonderful that you're able to share in this way. So the Job Start Plus program, how do we apply?
You can apply right now. We have open registration, so you have various options. You can apply online. You can go to our website, www.labor.gov.bb, or you can come to our office if you're not so good with the technology, and we will help you out. We do training all year round, but we are starting in September. We have September, October, November. We'll take a break in December, and then we go January, February, March. So we're training all year round. So if you miss the September call, you still have a chance to do October, November.
All right, so agencies, businesses, get on board and be a part of it. I want to thank you both for coming in. Feel really proud about what you've been able to accomplish, Deontay. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
That. And thanks, Maureen. Please don't be strangers. Come in and tell us more about what's happening with the program. Bring some others who pass through the program as well, so they can share. Because I know some people who are not necessarily academically inclined, sometimes they run away from programs like these because it feels like it's going to be a classroom setting all over again, and it wasn't necessarily the best experience for them. So to be able to hear others share about how things unfold, and it's not necessarily a right or wrong, but empowerment through knowledge will make all the difference.
That's true.
All right. So time for another break here on Morning Barbados, just past 7 o'clock, but there's lots more coming, so stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it. Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game with dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, good morning to you again. What's today? It's Friday, of course. It's not like I didn't remember that for a minute, but you know how things go sometimes. When you're too excited to make it to the weekend, those things happen a lot of the times. Special good morning to those of you who are out and about and who are going to be working in the bright sunshine today. I know that's definitely a different approach to the work. So make sure you stay hydrated and take care of yourselves in that way. We've been hearing a lot about people who are getting dehydrated with all of the heat outside, and the doctors who share with us have been telling us to remind everybody to make sure that you get an ample amount of water and stuff like that to go. This is Peter behaving badly behind the scenes. He is the camera person, etc. here on the floor. And I often tell you about the people who work with me. Now joining me, I have some great people here to tell me all about the Prime Minister's Cup. We've been hearing the ads on the radio and seeing much about it online as well. But we have Danielle Bino here this morning, who is Marketing and Communications lead for this cup. Omari Eastman, who's Chairman of the Organizing Committee. And we also have Shane Archer, who's Project Manager. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome. It's good to have you with us. And I'm always excited, as I mentioned during the last interview, to hear about wonderful things that involve our young people, or opportunities for our young people, and most certainly our communities as well. So I'm going to start with you, Shane, as Project Manager. Tell me a little bit about the tournament itself and the shape it will take.
Well, the tournament, as you mentioned, is gaining some interest over the last few weeks. But we are launching, our first game is on Monday. The tournament will encompass 24 teams from across the island. And yeah, it's just a great opportunity to give some of our footballers a semi-professional tournament because, you know, they have not been a tournament that really provides the amount of winning money or anything like that in Barbados over the last few years. So it was the Prime Minister's vision not only to create a semi-professional tournament, but to also give persons within the communities opportunities to stimulate economic activity and to help player development, player growth, etc. So it's a great initiative that came directly from the Prime Minister.
Omari, let's delve a little bit into what it takes to be able to unfold a community-based competition like this one?
So it takes a lot of planning. What we've recognized that there is a growing sense for unity in the communities, and we wanted to help further develop our social well-being within the communities, social development, how it impacts our young persons, how they can engage. And football is one of those aspects that helps not only with time management, but with growth as a person, helps with communication. If it's a team sport, it helps you to understand, to be patient, so that in games when you do not receive the ball, how you react, how you control your temperament. And also football is one of those games that causes you to make decisions in a split second. So it was a good merge, a good analogy to bring football on board, as Shane have highlighted the Prime Minister's vision, so that we could get more engagement from our youth, so that they have things that they can concentrate on, to lead to be more positive influences to their friends. And we're just trying to work with everyone, and we're expecting a really good turnout for this tournament.
I certainly hope so. Danielle, now you're marketing and comms lead. What does it take to be able to kind of engage people at this level? For a lot of the younger people, they're online. You most certainly want to meet people where they are, as community practitioners, community leaders, and just regular people as well.
So for the most part, we found that social media has been the most successful, and using people who have good influence online, we call them influencers, to also come aboard as brand ambassadors and represent us on their platforms, such as the radio and items like YouTube and Twitter. So we found that very useful. Radio is exceptional in getting the word out there, because many people listen to radio. So what we're doing is touching different segments of the market by using different influencers. So right now, for example, we have Astra, we have DJs like DJ Full Clip, DJ Gunner. So they're gonna touch different people, young urban professionals, as well as the youth, and some will even touch families. So we're just trying to have a three-pronged approach to make sure that we touch most of the segments that we want to attend these matches and get a really good turnout.
All right, do we already have our teams together who will be participating, or are we reaching out for more people to get involved?
No, we already have, we would have had 24 teams since June. It would have been the top 10 in the Premier League, and then teams from the division.
First 6 in first division, then the top 4 in second division, and the top 4 in third division. And what they would do, each person would play 3 group matches, and the first 2 of each group, there are 4 teams in the zone, there's 6 zones of 4, and then it would be the net 4 best third place teams, and we're going to round 16, and then those who win go on to the quarterfinals, quarters, semis, and finals.
Good stuff. When does the actual tournament kick off?
August 26th.
Monday,
August 26th.
So that's
at
around
Friendship
the corner.
Grounds. Yes, we hope that you'll be there.
7 Friendship, St. Michael.
Yeah.
Turning everyone.
And then there are 2 matches.
Okay. So on that night?
Yes. So
okay.
7 to 9, and then a 9 to 11. And they have halftime games and other exciting things for the fans to participate in.
And we have entertainment as well on Monday, so we're going to have some performances. So it's going to be a big one on Monday.
All right. So you're just working to kind of kick off with a bang.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Now, in terms of the competition itself, we've been hearing a lot about the 100 grand, but we know that doesn't necessarily go how it does. So let's talk a bit about the prizes.
Yeah, so the main prize is $100,000, but the tournament is more than about that. We have player development sessions where we have the NTA on board. We have the Ministry of Sport, Youth and Community Empowerment. They're also on board offering several courses to the footballers that are involved. So the tournament, the 100,000 is the highlight where that's what everybody sees, but it's more about that. We think about the vendors that will get opportunities because we're not charging them for vending space. The same player development, the communities that will now see upliftment with the fields that are going to be prepared. So it's more than the $100,000 is a real investment into our sports and into our young people in Barbados. So as I said, it's a very good initiative the Prime Minister's office.
And I know you're doing things behind the scenes with the players as well, in terms of that development to be able to kind of amplify the impact of the competition.
Correct. We've had several workshops designed to influence the long-term development of the players, not only as sports people, but in their personal lives. So, for example, some of our topics would have included, but are not limited to budgeting and financing, entrepreneurship, health and wellness, and stuff like managing stress and managing conflict and difficult situations. So we've had a few very prolific speakers, such as the Honorable Dr. Alison Leacock, speaking about citizenship. We also had Daria Greenidge speaking about entrepreneurship. We had a university professor from University of Manitoba, Dr. Warren Clark, speaking about mental health. That's critical because, you know, mental health has an impact on achieving peak performance while maintaining a balanced life. So we want to ensure that we equip the players with the mechanisms or the tools to manage stress, build resilience, and also seek help when it's needed. And I think that that's critical.
Absolutely important. Omari, you are the person who's kind of in there where the rubber meets the road and organizing the tournament and so on. What's the response been like from the players, the organizers, in terms of how they feel about how things are set up for the tournament?
So the response has been overwhelming. Most of the team managers and coaches are satisfied and looking forward to the rollout of the tournament. Most of the responses were like, we needed this for a long time. So it's just about change of mentality, change of the way we think regarding how we approach our sport. It's a sport that is the most popular sport in the world. It's a sport that we love, and it's a sport that where persons can benefit. For them, as part of the planning, we would have reached out to MLS clubs. So we have professional clubs coming to watch some of the games, as we are looking to give 2 or 3 persons developmental scholarships so they could hone their skills further, even if they're not successful. We also have junior colleges coming on board, and they're sending information what they're looking for. So persons who are participating are still attending school, they have a chance that they could be educated free of cost. However, is not limited only to education. There's a part that any player that's successful will have to pay, like their accommodation, but there are different avenues and grants that they're willing to help, not only with the tuition. So we're encompassing not only the sport, but the entire development of the individual. And we're hoping that we could carry on this legacy, the vision that the Prime Minister would have brought, so that persons can look on and say, you know what, I want to be part of that. I like what I would have seen, and this can transform my life. And we only need 1 or 2, and that impact could be long-lasting for others.
For sure. Shane, as project manager, you have to be a big picture kind of guy. And the truth about an initiative like this is ultimately we want to make sure that there's something for the young people in our communities to do, that we are kind of curbing certain types of behavior.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, and as the overarching thing, because I believe what I saw in the news and what was said was that when there are tournaments like this happening, we see less violence going on across our communities. What would be your specific view or your specific piece of advice for community leaders, for people who are coming out, for young people who might be thinking, this might not be for me, in terms of how this can help change not only people but communities?
Well, as Omari said, we have the developmental aspect, but it's going to be a safe space. From the launch, the Prime Minister would have noted that there will be no zero violence tolerated at any of the games, so it's definitely going to be a safe space for everyone to come. But back to Omari's point with the youth development, we have a situation where each team has to provide at least 5 young players, so that is going to help with our development as well.
All right, good stuff. And finally from you, what do you want people to know generally about the cup, the execution, why they should get involved?
Well, get involved from different standpoints. I think the audience should get involved because it's going to be very exciting. As Shane would have mentioned, it's going to be a safe space. It is free admission, at least for the preliminary games. So I think people can come down with their friends and their families, with their chairs, and participate in the activities. I think it's a good idea for sponsors to get involved, so that they too can play their part in the personal development of the youth, as well as community empowerment in the areas that the youths represent. And I think it's a good idea for the media to get involved because of the same reason. Like the more coverage that we have on such a good initiative that's not only based on economic enhancement, but trying to better the lives of the youth and in turn the community at large. So as you said, we see a decrease in crime and other negative activities in the environment. I think that's the main reason that everyone should get involved and participate, so that we can see the full positive impact of such an initiative and even roll out more of these.
All right, good stuff. Will you be streaming online so people are able to see it at large, en masse? Yes, there's a thought.
So we intend to stream. However, we are still working out the logistics of it. There's some clashes regarding times the game that are playing and other slots that have been previously booked before us. So we're still in negotiation with that to see how best we could come to an amicable solution.
All right, that's the diplomatic way of saying no.
No, it's not.
At this stage, no. But you know, if y'all need some real help, give a holler. We always ready.
We have holler.
To live stream capabilities.
If we have live stream capabilities, marketing and communications lead, we could do a little bit more than social media. You know, don't believe the hype.
I'm sure that a letter was sent to CBC.
Yes.
I've seen a response in the email that it was sent off. So as I said, we're still waiting.
Negotiations.
Yes.
All right, beyond us, maybe. All right, good stuff. No, but you know, it still stands, and I agree. I saw Shane looking on when I asked him about being a big picture kind of guy. But people who, when you take on these kind of roles, you have to be big picture people to be able to make it happen and make sure it happens in a convincing way, particularly because of what's happening across our communities. We cannot negate any of what's going on. And I know this definitely is a response to that. So we have to make it happen in a really big way. As partners, I'm happy that you mentioned sponsors as well. Put your money where your mouth is. Keep on talking about helping young people and them doing better and what they're doing. Here's an opportunity for us all to come together and make this happen. And as you mentioned too, showcase the positivity, the positive things that are happening outside of just negative headlines all of the time. So thanks for coming in. Don't be strangers. Make sure you come back.
Yeah, we come back with some success stories too.
Oh, I thought you would come back with breakfast. This one over here. This one over here trying to convince me she's shy. She's like, I'm marketing communications lead, but I'm really shy. Yeah, she's trying to.
Am I seeing you on Monday, Tisha?
Of course. I am a massive supporter of anything youth-led, youth-involved. I have 8 nephews. 8. Wow. And I don't think people understand how difficult sometimes it can be as young men to navigate certain spaces. So there are many people that are in a frame of mind that they're always ready to condemn by looking on and based on what they see, based on what we even share in the media. But they don't know a lot of what happens behind the scenes. I had someone up yesterday on who said, nobody wakes up at 16 given trouble. There are certain things that happen before that. So any way that we can get help, and I know there are a lot of parents and aunts and uncles and neighbors and so on out there who just need some opportunities for their young people. I get the calls every single day. I myself am calling every single day. So however I can help, if I can be there, I absolutely will be. So the short answer is yes.
Thank you.
Amazing.
The long answer is absolutely yes. And you have to come out and be a part of it as well and show these young people our support, show them that we appreciate them. I love that you're bringing scouts in. I love that schools will be here so that they can see that they can make a positive difference as well. Of course, we have lots of talent in the sphere of football, and this can make a difference in the lives of people, individuals, families, and therefore communities.
Correct.
Yes. So I look forward to it. It's all about the Prime Minister's Cup. 100 grand, people. It's a lot of money.
And more.
We could buy a lot of breakfast, Danielle.
We have prizes for the fans as well.
Yes.
Prizes for the fans too?
20K in cash and prizes for the fans.
So, I mean, like, I could win a 20 grand check right there and then?
No. We have to share that money.
All right, we'll break it down. Tell me.
So we have different, well, let's start with the prizes. So the prizes from the sponsors, such as, we're going to get TVs and other appliances, and then we have food items.
Why did you mention it like that? A TV is a big deal. I could take a TV now.
Tisha, I know.
You got to score a goal from halfway line or something spectacular though.
You have to do something.
You have to do something.
Yeah?
Like come out and represent.
And the better the prize, the trickier the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So come here, sneakers. Or anything, people. No streaking. You know?
And although the grand prize is $100,000, there's a prize for second place, which is $25,000. Third is $15,000. Fourth is $7,500. And then players are paid every game.
Yes.
And whether you play or not, you are paid. And these prizes increase as the further you go in the tournament. So it gives the ambition. So the further you go, the more money the team and yourself can accumulate.
Yeah. Omari, that's so important because what people forget is, Peter's bringing a note. Come, Pete. There's like TV people. So he gave me a red card. I think what's important too. He made me forget what I was thinking about. These people are so hard, dude. In here, we definitely have to talk about it some more. But I'm going to wrap up because I got the red. I got the red card. But I definitely will follow up on what we talked about. And this is a great initiative, and everybody knows it. I was telling you, I love that players are going to be paid because whatever we do, we incur some expenses. Correct. So to get there, there's transport. Correct. You might need to buy a new pair of socks. You need something to eat.
To eat healthy.
You know? So that's important that the players are going to be paid.
And the red card in this tournament comes with a fine. So your money is docked.
Listen, we have no problem there because I don't have any money. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. And don't be strangers.
Before I leave,
I certainly won't be a stranger. Yes, please.
I just want to tell you can keep updated by following our social media pages.
Let me follow now, Danielle.
Facebook and IG, the Prime Minister's Cup. Very easy to find.
Did you come up with that long name, Danielle?
But it's easy to find. Just think about it. But yes, I did.
All right, we have to go before you get the red card too. So thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, we most certainly are going to make sure that you get all the action as well, I promise. All right, good stuff. All right, time for a break. When we come back, a lot more here on Morning Barbados as we head toward the 8 o'clock hour. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
19 minutes to go before 8 o'clock on this Friday. I'm now joined by Charlene Garnes-Pilgrim. The Atelier by Seven Blooms is the name, and we're talking today about a nail competition.
That's correct. Battle of the Nails.
Battle of the Nails. Talk to me first of all about this name, the Atelier by Seven Blooms.
Well, originally it was Seven Blooms Beauty Studio, but the Atelier is a French word, and it literally still means studio, but it sounded so much more fancier. So I decided to switch it up a little bit and make it the Atelier by Seven.
Why did you decide to bring a nail competition?
Well, I am celebrating, I would have been celebrating 5 years in business officially on the 18th of August. And I know oftentimes people have giveaways and different things like that. Don't mind, I do have a giveaway as well. But I wanted to do something a little bit outside of the box. And I thought a nail competition would be a nice way to jazz up the nail industry. So I said I'll try that.
So congratulations on your anniversary, first of all. There are not a lot of small businesses that make it to 5
years. That's a big number.
So that is major. So congratulations on that. Let's talk now about the shape the nail competition will take.
Okay, so it is going to be an online nail competition. You can either do nails on a live model, or you can use the mannequin practice hand, whichever might be more convenient for the nail tech who's entering. And there are 6 different categories. Category 1 to 5, will encompass different things, different themes, but the 6th category is for more so teen nail techs. So if you're from 16 to 19, that category is the one for you. The others would be 20 and over. And whether you are a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, the competition is open for you to enter.
Tell me how you enter.
You can go to my website, which is www.7bloomsbarbados.com, and literally all the information, how your pictures need to be taken and sent in, all the details are there for you.
Who's going to be doing the judging?
So we have 3 judges from overseas. I'm very proud to say that. We have Miss Diamond Brown, she's from Michigan. We have Miss Celeste Hampton, she is from Maryland. And we have Miss Renee Booth, who's from Florida. But from right here in Barbados, we have Renee Norville, she is from Spicetown. And they will be the 4 ladies who will be judging the photo sign.
The fellas aren't happy. There are no guys who can judge nails and see if they look nice.
Well, there are many, surprisingly you might think, many male nail technicians internationally. I'm not sure about here in Barbados.
No, there are male nail technicians here. I remember early on, there was a guy called Sean. He used to do nails exceptionally. And he was one of the very first nail techs around. So we have to calling all male nail techs. And there's a guy called Kevin. Special K, who used to work on Air on 98. He does some comms and stuff like that. And he's a nail tech as well. So we just need to do a little searching. Yeah, and get the guys on board. Maybe some of the fellas will come on board. You know how they did with the cooking?
That would be great.
Yeah, because anytime there's a chef competition, you know the fellas win. Yeah,
The
so
guys
who
can throw
knows?
it
They
down
might
in the
win this
kitchen,
one
yes.
as well. All right, so I want to talk a little bit more about your business because I think it's a great way to celebrate our entrepreneurs and give them a little bit more impetus, particularly in this area. I know that aesthetics is one of the fastest growing fields. We had a little slump there at COVID, obviously because of the one-on-one contact. How did that kind of impact you moving forward with your business, and how were you able to stay the course?
Well, funny enough, that would have been right about the time that I started. So I used that time to really practice, to educate myself as much as possible so that when we were able to really start taking clients again, I was ready to go.
All right, good stuff. Let's talk timelines when the competition runs. So you can go to your website,
Yes,
Seven Blooms, and enter and find out all the information. But when does the competition run, and when do you have to get your entries in and so on?
So currently the deadline would have been in July, but we decided to extend it. And right now the deadline date is open. So there's no set date currently. As mentioned, you can go to the website, you can view all the information. There's been a lot of queries about the competition, and it's not difficult to enter at all. Because you have to purchase the ticket to enter the registration. You can literally do everything on the website and you're good to go. And from now until.
Are you going to be doing any over-the-top and interesting categories? Because nails these days, they are so over-the-top. People just use it as a way to kind of express themselves. I just do color. I don't do color. I just do...
Keep it nude, simple.
Yeah, just really simple, because my nails grow quickly, so you can see it if I do color on the nails. But will you be doing some categories where people get to really showcase their talent in art and all different things, molding and building out? I saw, for example, Kira P, who's often online, her nails that she designed to come to Barbados. It was very, very interesting.
So yes, the competition in terms of the art will be all encompassing. So there will be categories where you will show the naked nails, so to speak, so that we can see the shape, the cuticle, the apex, we can see the structure of the nail. And then of course there's a creativity aspect to it. Some of the themes are Candyland, there are different things, so that you can really show your creativity then and let that shine through. So there's a bit of a balance there.
All right, this is an opportunity really for nail techs to show their talent. And I know that's one of those areas, this is one of those services where you kind of get attached to your nail tech.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are some people who go to my nail tech and they book their appointments for the year. This is a standard thing. So people are very into nails these days. What about you? Is this something that you do a lot of on you, or are you just taking care of clients?
Yeah, but I do my own nails as well. And you mentioned the relationship. That is a big plus for me, because I find sometimes, as you do say, some people will pre-book their appointments and they will go to this one particular nail tech. Sometimes they might go to one and then they might find themselves not being able to go back. And that is what led me to really shifting the focus of my nail business to make it membership and subscription based. I think I'm actually the first and only nail tech in Barbados who offers the services like that, where there is that relationship is important to me. You're so close in terms of proximity with the person and you're holding their hands. So much talk goes on around the nail table. So you can sign up for like 3 months for your services. Everything can be pre-booked. You get health boost bags. There are events that are planned throughout the 3-month period. So I am literally not your average nail technician.
Yeah, so subscription-based nail tech. Interesting stuff. So there are more benefits than just kind of coming in and having your nails done.
You leave with nails done, toes done, and you leave with something. I have a client who said to me the other day, every time I leave here, I'm leaving with something, as you should.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's good stuff. And it's great that you're innovating and particularly moving to this next stage with the nail competition. That sounds exciting. Did we talk prizes already?
No, we have not. So the grand prize will be for persons who've entered categories 1 to 5. That is a $500 grand prize. There's also going to be within the competition an IG stories competition, so to speak, and you can win an acrylic pro kit from Young Nails, and there are going to be a number of other prizes for first, second, and third place for all of the categories from the sponsors that we have on board. We have a number of sponsors, and I'm truly thankful for the persons who have decided to believe in me and invest in this venture.
That's beautiful. It sounds like it should be a TV show. The Atelier by Blooms presents nail tech, something. We can figure it out. Thank you so much, Charlene Garms Pilgrim. Get online. The website is?
That is 7bloomsbarbados.com.
7bloomsbarbados.com for all the information. They're going to tell you how you can register, what the specific areas are, and this is your opportunity to showcase all your talents. I know there are some nail techs out there that are bad with it, man.
Yes.
All right, so thanks for coming in, Charlene.
Thank you.
Wonderful to meet you.
Same here.
I just might be calling you soon. Who knows? My nail tech is going to get jealous. Morning, Melanie. All right, time for another break on Morning Barbados. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by Douglas Paris, and it's wonderful to have Betty back with us. Betty has been here at Morning Barbados, sharing all about her life as a model and a whole lot more. Good morning to you, Betty.
Morning. It's so nice to be with you once again. It's a pleasure. I enjoyed Barbados, the sunshine, the rain. It's been beautiful. It's been a wonderful experience this time. Yes.
How long have you been here this time?
Actually, 3 weeks. I'm leaving on Saturday. Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to take in, any recreational things, or has it been all business?
No, it hasn't been all business. I've actually been to some of the crop over festivities. I saw Kadooman. Oh, let's not talk about that. I went to Pick of the Crop, and I enjoyed Bacchanal and Soca 500, Soca 5.0. That was very nice, seeing a lot of the artists perform, and it took me back down memory lane. So it was great to see everything live this time. It was a great experience, yes.
For those people who don't know, tell us a little bit about your background and your linkage to Barbados.
I was actually born here way back in 1953. I spent some time here and I was involved in academia for about 7 years. I taught at Christchurch Girls. And then I immigrated to the United States in 1979. When I got there, I first became involved in working in the corporate office, but somehow or the other I realized that that was not my first love. And what I did was I went to Pace University, Brooklyn College, furthered my education, and then I worked at Maverick Eggers College for some time. Currently retired, I was actually a professor there teaching in English. Currently retired, but I always had this passion where I wanted to do modeling. I came into it accidentally. It was my walking on Fulton Street and someone coming up to me and saying to me, "You look like a model." And I said, "Oh, really?" And I was kind of dubious and skeptical about that because I've heard stories about people saying things like that to you. I never took it seriously, but I was featured in a couple of magazines, Black Hair Care, Black Dress, Class, and then I involved myself in my studies. But with constant motivation from people saying, "Oh, well, you can go back into modeling." Since I'm retired and it has been a passion of mine, I decided that I'll get involved in it again. So we are a group of people, we're called the Silver Foxes because we are over 70. And I've been doing some print work for a couple of designers. And luckily enough, I got selected to work in Fashion Week in September. I did a feature in a magazine called Photography for Life. It was a feature called Fabulous and Flawless at 70.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. So you definitely have been really making strides in that area. And there's like a whole new career for you, you know, something you weren't able to do. Let's bring Kathy Elliott in now. She's a Women's Motivational Services President. Kathy, welcome to Barbados. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
All right, you are our Bajan Apar today. You have to start by telling us your Bajan connection.
Bajan connection. I am all Bajan, total Bajan. I love Barbados, sweet Barbados. Hello.
Now, Betty reached out to me because she said you're doing some phenomenal work in giving back here at home. And I really wanted to have you on the show. So talk to me a little bit about what your organization has been doing to help children go back to school throughout the years.
So I'm the president of WMS, and because I have struggled for years in life, it shaped my motivation, it shaped my attitude, it shaped my whole push and drive to help women. So in helping women, one thing I've always done is never forgot where I came from. And I always want to give back to my community. So by doing this and giving back to my community with the free back to school supplies, we're able to take a little financial burden off the parents. A little help goes a long way. And in helping others, we get to see, people get to see the glorification of God. This is about God and a group of women helping women.
This year was the biggest distribution so far. Tell us how you've been able to make this happen.
Like I said, it's a group of women. We're always getting people on board here in the diaspora community to donate. We're spreading the word more about what it is that we do. We're advocating on women empowering women, women's rights, men supporting women, and most importantly, building healthy relationships and spreading the word about what we do. We're gaining more help from the diaspora community here to help people in Barbados. So I'm very proud that more people are joining in and helping Barbados. And thank you, Betty, tremendously.
I'm saying that you were inspiration. When I met you, I felt the positive attitude that you generate, and I'm saying, oh my God, I really want to do more. I want to be like Kathy. From the time I met her, I've been so inspired by the energy, everything that she gives, and I'm so proud of
Every
you.
phone call from Betty, it has been about you and you're doing. So I'm really pleased to be able to meet you this morning and hear more about your work. Who are you working with on the ground here in Barbados to make it happen?
I should always shout out to my mom and my dad, my two biggest supporters. Hazel Mullins, Ralph Mullins. We have a pastor at Edgehill, Newberry Church of the Nazarene. We also work with another pastor, Pastor Paul Bentham, Juno Burrows from Springer Old Scholars Association, and last but not least, my cousin Sharianne Mears, Hillside Line. These are committed people that share in my journey to help others. So, and plus we have more people, but these are the focal point that really push to get this happen every year.
All right, I want to thank you both for coming in. Congratulations on what you've been able to do this year. I am a part of the Nazarene Church as well, so I'm happy to hear that you're working with a Nazarene church to make this happen. Betty, you always keep me informed about what's happening, and it's always wonderful to see you. Beautiful lady. She is a beautiful lady, and I want to thank you and congratulate you again, Kathy. All right? Yeah? Of course, we're going to make sure that we stay in touch with these ladies as well to make sure that we stay on top of all that is happening and the work they're doing across the diaspora to in turn help us here in Barbados. So coming up this weekend, the Barbados Boxing Association proudly presents Caribbean Champions, the Ronald Wilson Memorial Tournament. Make sure you get out and be a part of that. The tournament is on tonight, August 23rd from 8 o'clock, and tomorrow, Saturday 24th from 7 p.m. Make sure you go on out. This isn't just a sporting event, it's a revival of a rich tradition. So go out and support them. Also, Swim for Life is back. Remember, you have to register. They have over 200 registrants in each category for the children as well as for the masters. So if you want to be a part of the 500 who will be a part of that Swim for Life program, or the Masters Learn to Swim program, you have to get online, go to NSC Barbados on Facebook or Instagram, or call to 535-9601 or 02 to register for that. Plus, the 2024 Pause for Health is happening at Coverley tomorrow. It runs from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, and you can get out and you get free vaccinations for your dogs, free vet health checks, grooming and care advice, dog licensing, and a whole lot more. That's all happening. All right? So, yes, Betty, I saw you pointing.
I wanted to give a shout out to one of the ladies at the registry, Katrina Greenidge. She was so helpful and so delightful in helping me expeditiously to get some documentation. And I wanted to say, thank you so much. I really appreciate what she did. Because sometimes we don't give the workers the accolades, and I want to say thank you to her.
Okay,
I think she's a legal assistant at the registry in Barbados.
Congratulations to you, for doing a great job. Yeah. All right, so we are out of time, guys.
Bye,
Coming up on Monday, we have lots planned for you. Cricket is in the air. We're going to be talking with Pete Russell, CEO of the Caribbean Premier League, right here on Morning Barbados, plus the Barbados Masters Swimming and Senior Athletic Club. They're going to be in to talk about a 5K run walk. The Bajan Ballers basketball team will be here as well to talk with us. We're also talking about a science fair. It's called Professor Kids Science Wonderland. So that and much more is coming up on Monday. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Sending all our love. Thank you, ladies, for sharing with me. And I'll see you, God willing, on Monday. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.